Rock stars, prepare to journey with me into the wild, wacky, and wonderful, profitable world of weirdness. I'm about to reveal several eyebrow-raising but perfectly legal ways to stack up some serious cash. We're talking about a whopping US $8,000 a month. Yeah, you heard me right. Forget that 9-to-5 job that you're stressing over or the traditional hustles that I've been sharing here on this platform. Just for a moment, because this list is gonna leave your jaw on the floor, and if we do this right, potentially your wallet's a little fatter. So brace yourself for this strange adventure of bizarre money-making methods. From the unspeakable icky to the hilariously absurd, these 14 extremely weird but legal ways to make up to $8,000 in a month could be your way to financial independence. Rockstars, let's get weird together. I'm having second thoughts about that introduction.
Let's get weird together, Odetta.
What are you thinking? But trust me when I say some of these are beyond weird. That said, welcome back. Thanks for your loyalty and thanks for watching. And to our Patreon subscribers and club members, big up on yourself. Now, let me confess that this first one, it's unusual, but it's not weird when compared to some of the others that are on the list. And it is to sell your hair. Well, I could sell this if it were mine, but it's not all mine. Have you ever looked at your luscious locks in the mirror? And I'm not talking about the locks that you bought. I'm talking about the kind that grows out of your scalp. And for my brothers out there, especially the bald-headed ones, no offense, there's gonna be others on this list for you. But have you ever thought, wow, this could make me some good money? Well, if you have, welcome to the hairy tales of selling your locks. With a market that's pulsating for hair extensions and wigs, the healthier and longer your hair is, the more you stand to earn.
Meet Sarah. She doesn't know it yet, but her hair's worth a lot of money. She gets her hair cut at a hair salon where it ends up being swept into a bin and thrown away. That was until her friend told her about Hair Salon, the worldwide hair trade marketplace.
And rock stars, every website that I mention in this weird side hustle video, I'm gonna be posting it on Patreon, so you can easily get access to the website by clicking the clickable link. And in the description of this video, which is below the title when you click on more, I'm gonna put the link that will easily take you over to Patreon where you can get access to the clickable links. Don't worry if you're not subscribed, because I'm gonna try to either pop up the web pages here so you can do a quick Google search, or I'm gonna mention the actual website address. So back to hairsalon.com. With hairsalon.com, you can actually calculate the price of your hair and then begin looking for interested buyers. The only issue is your hair takes time to grow, so you may not be able to earn $8,000 per month for this weird side hustle, but you'll definitely be able to earn some money on your path to achieving financial independence. Now, if your hair is not your most profitable asset, how about your undergarments? And yes, rockstars, you heard me right. Websites like pantydeal.com have turned used, not new, undergarment selling into a booming business. And I know, rockstars, if you're like me right now, you're thinking,
Why would somebody buy somebody's used underwear?
I'm about to tell you. But before I do, let's stop the judgment, because there is a clean profit to be made. pun intended. Now, it may shock you to learn that used undergarments is in super high demand right now. Millions of people are buying and selling used panties every single day. Most of the buyers are obviously men, but some women also buy used panties. You would think the women wouldn't have a need for this, right? Because they have used panties, but no. Every buyer has their own reason for buying used underwear. That said, most of them, based on my research, they are used for panty fetishes. They may be seeking an intimate connection with a human being, and the used panties often will satisfy this desire. Now, rock stars, I can't claim to understand it, but it's a lucrative market, so who am I to judge? According to one seller's testimonial, undergarment sells for around $20 to $30 per set of panties. And it leads me to the question at hand. Rock stars, is this a weird side hustle that you would try? Now, I know for me personally, not something I would do, but I try not to judge. If this is not one of the weird side hustle that you are interested in, please write in the comments for me, too weird. And for those of you who don't write too weird in the comments, I see you, but I won't judge you. Now, moving on to cleaner pastures. Have you ever considered scooping dog poop as a lucrative business? With websites like pooperscooper.com, you are able to earn a lucrative income and make good money doing so. Rockstars, let's switch gear a little. Have you ever considered making money with your car, but Uber wasn't for you? And this one isn't that weird, but it's somewhat unusual. Peer-to-peer car rentals is a booming industry, and you can use platforms like Turo and also Get Around if you're located in the US for you to take a car that you may be parking at work during the days or at home because you don't need to leave home as much. Rent it out on these platforms, and most of them will cover your insurance for you and find the customers and also manage the entire transaction, and your money shows up in your account. I know some of you watching are actually located in Australia, and I do have club members from Australia. So Drive My Car is the peer-to-peer lending website that will facilitate this in the land down under. Now, with some of these websites, you can make upwards of $400 to $600 per week renting out your car. I let your car gather dust when it can gather dollars instead. Speaking of dust, rockstars, have you ever considered that there may actually be a gold mine in your backyard? The pet rock craze of the 70s, it may be gone, but the demand for unique and special rocks is still out there. Now, being born in the 70s, I wasn't around for that pet rock craze that was going on, where pet rocks were actually a collectible toy in 1975. And rockstars, these were really rocks marketed as living pets. The rocks actually came from Rosarito Beach in Mexico, and they would be shipped in cardboard boxes with actual breathing holes like it had life. Now, while the fad only lasted about 6 months, and you can understand why, weird as hell, the founder, Gary Dahl, sold over 1 million pet rocks and became a millionaire. Recently, pet rocks have made their comeback, and you can now buy them on Amazon. And although you can't use the term to describe your product as pet rock because the name was actually trademarked, there is a large market out there for special and unique rocks. Said, you know what, rock stars? Fortunate or unfortunate, I'm one of the customers who's buying rocks. Look at my rocks here. This one says inspire. For me, they're motivational rocks with affirmations or affirmative words. This one says gratitude. And I have several more. I actually give them as gifts to people as well. Not sure if they appreciate it as much as I do, but I love to put these on my desk. Like in the days of using paper, it would be a great paperweight. But outside of that, I just have them throughout our home as decorative pieces that will occasionally remind me to be grateful and to be inspirational. Believe it or not, rock hounding, which is what it's called, is a popular pastime. The rocks that I just showed you, I bought them on Amazon for $34 and I got 25 pieces with different words of inspiration. To get started selling rocks as a side hustle, you can check out rockseeker.com. Get started on your stony path to prosperity. Now, rock stars, let's get personal. Donating plasma, which is something I've spoken about on this channel before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but it's not for the faint-hearted, but it's a worthy and rewarding venture that you can use to make some money on the side. You can earn anywhere from $300 to $700 per month donating plasma twice per week. And it also should be very satisfying to know that your plasma that you have donated could potentially save a life. Say, if you thought being a lifesaver has pumped you up, how about the idea of being a life creator? As a sperm or an egg donor, you could bring joy to those who are longing for a family of their own, but unable to do it because of biological limitations. You can make a whopping $5,000 to $10,000 per egg donation cycle, or around $70 per sperm donation. Websites like cryobank.com is ideal for you to monetize your eggs or your sperm. There are obvious medical requirements that you must meet, but if you meet those specific requirements, you are able to cash in here, especially as an egg donor, and make up to $10,000 US. Now, this next weird side hustle is one that I don't think I could bring myself to doing either, rock stars. And as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about it, but I just think it's wrong. It's selling used socks. Yes, there is actually a market for used socks out there, as shocking as it sounds. You can create your own fan site and sell your used socks on platforms like Xmodel by Adent.io and keep 100% of the money that you make. May have a few pairs of used socks that I could potentially sell. What about you, rock stars? Is this even something that you're considering? And if you're not, please write "too weird" in the comments. Socks are selling online from $2 to $3 per pair, but there are some people out there with certain fetishes that will pay 10 to 20 times that for your used socks. This next one, I'm gonna confess it right here, I have considered it on a few occasions, and it is selling photos of my feet. You can head over to funwithfeet.com and start snapping those feet selfies and posting them on the platform, and you can make anywhere from $400 to $1,000 per month selling feet pictures. Funwithfeet.com, they have sellers there that are making up to $5,000 US per month selling feet pictures. Now it's time to shake things up a bit because all of that was very unusual. Let's take it back to some science-related ways to earn, although they're still a little bit strange. Are you inquisitive and good at problem solving? Well, mindsumo.com rewards your input on certain questions, and they also will give you cash prizes. The best and most creative answers for those questions on their website will get a reward that ranges anywhere from $550 to $1,600 US per weird or creative answer, believe it or not. But let's say that's not for you, rock stars, and you're more inclined towards medicine. Why not participate in clinical trials through the National Library of Medicine? You can do so at clinicaltrials.gov. In doing so, Think about it. You may save a life by becoming a guinea pig. Also on this same website become what's referred to as a standardized patient, providing a safe environment for students to practice their skills on. This next weird side hustle is not for everyone. It's more geared at lactating mothers because you can actually sell your breast milk on websites like breast.com and make really good money doing so. If you're not a lactating mother but you're in good health, you can sell your poop, which is the next one on the list. Yup, you heard me right. And I shared the details of it in this video here. Stu can sell it to several companies actually and make good money doing so. There are companies that pay upwards of $13,000 per year, and there are others that will pay $40 for a sample of stool donation. High demand poop is in high demand and it's used to treat various gut diseases. Now there are stool banks out there that will just take donations, but there are some of them like Open Biome, which is in Boston, that will pay you, like I said earlier, $40 per sample. But there's another one that's in Europe and it is Taymount Clinic, and they will also pay you for your feces or your stool or poop. Now keep in mind, most people aren't healthy enough to do it, but if you're among the 2%, and we're not talking about the 2% of wealthy people, we're talking about the 2% of people who are healthy enough to sell their waste, you can be $13,000 per year richer. Next one, not so weird, but pretty unusual. And I don't know if I could do it because of the emotional attachment. But recently, my family and we were in New Jersey for a few days. And on the radio, I heard this advertisement for surrogate mothers. Decide to go down this road. In addition to being able to give someone something that they can't get on their own, for $80,000, which is what I heard on the ad for Hope Surrogacy, you can give a couple or an individual something they can't give themselves. Thanks for watching. Remember to like the video if you got a good laugh, because I don't know if there's that much value in this, I'll be honest with you. And if you are not yet a rock star, go ahead and hit subscribe so that I can welcome you. Till next time, walk good.